Welcome back, Troglodytes. Don't forget to stay tuned until the end to see the playing demo.
Welcome back, Troglodytes, to another episode of Trogly's Guitars. I've rearranged the place here. We've got a nice little studio setup here now. Got a sweet banner. We got some amps. Got my place where I can record the videos and edit them. And we've got our little studio over here. So welcome back to a new and improved Trogly's Guitar Show. Today we have a gorgeous 2001 Gibson Les Paul Custom 57 reissue. These 57 and 68 reissue guitars are just a step above regular customs in that they have, the long neck tenon, the correct ABR one.
Mahogany top instead of maple.
Have a very different feel to them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with your standard run-of-the-mill custom, but, these reissue ones are definitely something else. And they come in some very beautiful finishes. This one is a worn cherry or faded cherry type finish, and it's a player's grade guitar. We've got a few nicks and dings we'll go over here. On the side of the headstock up here, you can see there's a little bit of a ding there along the binding. And your average string change wear, but nothing too incredibly bad on this one. You're looking pretty good. Truss rod functions just fine. Frets are in great shape in this one. Very, very moderate fret wear, if any at all, as you're seeing here. The board was just cleaned with lemon oil, and the frets were cleaned with a very fine grade steel wool, so they are shining like new. There is some fret buzz on this one from about on your lower three, about the 3rd fret up to about the 7th or 8th. That's a very quite common small hump around the 12th fret. Honestly, once you plug this thing in and start playing, you don't hear any of that buzzing, so it's a fine playing guitar, but that is something to note. The front of the guitar is just absolutely gorgeous. It started as a faded cherry, and then over the years of being played, it faded even more. I'll show you later under the pickguard and under the bridge, you can see its original color, but now it's just kind of a beautiful mahogany color. And it's in pretty good shape. Once again, it is a player's guitar. You can see there are some very light nicks and dings, but nothing, too extraordinary on this one. I mean, there's some dings. You got your 50s styled knobs. They're kind of like a mix between top hats and the speed knobs there. You can see lots of light nicks and dings here on the front, but nothing that really stands out when you're looking at it from afar, which is what's most important, because, these little things, they don't bug me too much. It shows the guitar's been played, and it just looks fantastic. Gold hardware shows very light tarnishing. You can kind of see mainly on the bridge pickup around there, as well as on the bridge and tailpiece posts, especially that one. Something else fairly minor to note is the player's pinky has kind of worn the finish away a little bit in that area. That's just a reflection, but that is a little area of finish breakthrough. The back of the guitar is just as nice as the front of the guitar, with some very nice flamed mahogany on the back. You got light wear and tear, so let's take a look at it. Serial number 711-793. You've got a very small ding right there in the clear coat. It's not through the finish or anything. And you have the Golden Grover tuners, which honestly, they stay in tune phenomenally. I had taken the strings off and I threw these things on before doing the playing demo of this, and they really only went out of tune like flat, just a little couple bits on the snark tuner. So very good tuning stability on this one. Your neck does have some wear in the clear coat. I mean, you can see it here in the light, where there's like small little dings, like from a ring or someone's nail digging into it. So you can see what I'm talking about here, but you really don't feel it when you're playing. You got a little bit of finish wear there, but it's just kind of a really nice, cool color because the finish is kind of bled out from the middle, which makes it kind of like a burst in a way. Something else to note is that there is a little bit of binding bleed on this one. Since it's the cherry color, the binding has turned slightly red. Mainly apparent on the treble side here towards the nut. You can see how it's kind of turned a pinkish hue. No major deal with that. It just happens with red guitars. You do have some very small fret expanding marks as well. That's what those little lines are. It's where the fret, actually it's where the wood expands and contracts with how much moisture is in the air. And since you've got, you know, your metal frets here, they don't move. So when the wood gets a little smaller, that causes that line to form. It's not a crack in the sense that it's an issue. It happens on all Gibson guitars that are, you know, any more than 5 years old, or depend on where they are. Now the back of this guitar is just gorgeous. It does have some playing wear, as you're seeing here. Quite a bit of buckle rash, but it looks clean from afar. And you've got some nice figuring in it. You really can't see it in the video, but it does have that motion of figuring in it. So it's a very nice one. You have your stock pots and pickups, 57 Classics in this one, and the pots are Gibson branded. Something I will note is the neck pickup, for me, is a little dark. I don't know if changing out the pots to like 500K pots would help you with that or anything. But that's something I noticed. The neck pickup, very dark, but the bridge pickup's really nice in this one. That's just my personal taste. You might differ. It'd make a great like a jazzy pickup. I raised it up a little bit to give it a little more treble bite to it. She comes with her original case. It's a Gibson Custom Art Historic case. As you can see, quite a bit of wear and tear. Some through the Tolex, and you know, some tears in the Tolex as well. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. I would say most people would probably still consider this very good. I would consider it good, but not terrific. The interior is a nice dark maroon / purplish color. And the lid ribbon has broken, so it does kind of flop a little bit, but it still stays intact thanks to these other two. We do not have the COA on this one, but no worries. It is authentic Gibson, I can guarantee you that. It's got nickel 11s on it right now, so you might like a lighter string. But you also have the original case key. But the interior of the case is in great shape. It's just the exterior. I mean, this was a used case, definitely, but it served its purpose. This beauty weighs 10 pounds 5.5 ounces. So it's about average for a Les Paul Custom. It's got that nice beefy feel with a nice 50s styled neck. It's just a really nice playing guitar that feels very powerful to wield.
As you can see here, you have the long neck tenon, which makes it the 57 reissue style with a beautiful mahogany top. And you have the original 57 classic humbuckers with their patent applied for stamp still intact. Beautiful.
With the pickguard taken off, as well as the bridge and tailpiece, you can kind of see the original color it used to be. It was just a slightly more red color, but over time it's faded to this beautiful mahogany look. It's just a very nice looking guitar. The bridge is a genuine Gibson ABR1, gold plated, and the tailpiece is actually a lightweight tailpiece. Inside the control cavity you can see all the original pots. They do say Gibson on them, and they are wired 50s styled as they should be.
Condition aside, let's hear how she sounds.
might be interested in owning this guitar, this beautiful 57 reissue in an aged cherry, feel free to contact me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys, Troglys, or check out the listing on Reverb. Thanks a lot, Troglodytes, for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode of Trogly's Guitars.